Hi, thanks for visiting MuseThemes.com. This is Steve Harris. Our latest widget is called the Mapbox widget, and what it allows you to do is style a map to match your existing brand. And what you do is you link up the map directly in Muse, and it's a really simple widget, but it gives you greater control over the style of the map. And I have seen some other map styling widgets out there, but the difference with this one is it allows you to style visually rather than just copying and pasting hex values into a box. So let me show you how it works. As you can see on the listing page of our Hearth template, we have a map that has an indicator on it, and this indicator is meant to show the listing. And so if we click on it, it shows the listing information. So the address, the bedrooms and bathrooms and that sort of thing, and the price. And so this map has been styled to match the existing brand of the business. You can see it uses the same green and the same gray. So let me show you how to do this in Muse. First of all, I'm going to bring up a blank page here, and if we bring up our library panel and scroll down to number 27, which is the Mapbox widget, let's just drag that on the page. So when we do that, Muse is going to generate a preview of just a generic map. This is the map that we have kind of in our sample for now, but you're going to change this out yourself. So if we look at the file panel, you can see it's very basic. We just need to enter in a map ID, and then we have some options for things like hiding the zoom controls. That's these things on the side, and disabling the share button, which is this button here, which allows users to share the map via Facebook or Twitter. So what we need to do now is we need to visit the website Mapbox. And so let me just head over to Mapbox.com, and you need to sign up for an account. Now they do have free accounts, and that's what I signed up for right now. Let me bring up the pricing here and I'll show you. So I'm just on the starter account. You get 3,000 map views per month, and that's free. The next one up is the $5 per month, and it goes up from there. So definitely sign up free. And once you do, you can see I'm logged in here as Muse Themes. Then you're going to click Projects, and you're going to create a project. So when you click Create Project, it brings up a big map here, and this is where you can go ahead and style the map. So if we zoom in, let's say we zoom in on San Francisco, then we can start making some changes here. So for example, if we bring up the style option here in the top left, we can select the streets, buildings, area, water, that sort of thing, and change it all. So if I select the water, for example, let's make the water black, something really dramatic. If I drag it over to black right now, you can see it kind of went to a navy blue, and that's because we have all of these hue, saturation, lightness, and alpha channel settings here on the side. So you'll need to tweak all of these to get the color perfect for how you like it, but let's just make it kind of drastic here. So we should have like a very jet black water here, and we can go through and style all the different variations within. Now the next thing we could do is we could discard the palette here, or they actually have some pre-done palettes that you can select from, but I think most designers will want to copy or rather customize their own from the start. So once you've done that, we can select a different base layer. We could use terrain as a base layer, which obviously shows a little bit more of the terrain in the countryside and that sort of thing here. Let's see if we can. This isn't a great example for showing terrain, but we can also do satellite. You've seen most of these on Google Maps before. So let's leave it at streets. We're happy with the color, and we can set the language, but I'm not going to use any of that for now. So the next thing we'll do is let's go to data. And so in the data tab here is where we can set markers and we can draw lines. So let's select marker, and then you just click somewhere on the map. So let's say right there we have a listing or something like that. So now we have a marker. We can name the marker. So I'll just put marker 1. We can enter a description, which I won't bother putting in right now. We can change the style of this marker. So let's make it large. Let's make it maybe a bright red color. And we can change the symbol. So on the marker, you can have a little symbol. So we could put, let's say, a gas station symbol. And you see when I click it here, it appears on the marker itself. We can also draw lines. So if we click on this line tab, you could draw a line just like this through the streets. And you just click to stop it at however or whatever point you'd like to stop it on. You can, of course, name the line, and you can style the line to match. So we could do it red as well. You can change the stroke of the line, so let's make it nice and thick. So you can see this can be really useful if you're doing something like directions, for example. So once you're happy with all of this, you click Save. And when we click Save, the map will save, and it says Save here. But if we go to the project page, we get this map ID. And this is the ID we need to grab and put into Muse. So we're done styling our map. We're totally happy with it. Let's just copy this map ID. It's on the project tab here. Go back into Muse, bring up the flyout panel, paste our map ID in, and hit enter. And it's going to bring up the map that we've just been styling there in the Mapbox widget. As you can see, it's there, and we of course have our line and everything. Now on the Mapbox site, it does suggest that sometimes if you don't see changes show up immediately, like for example, this marker doesn't appear, you need to give it some time because they do cache maps in their system, and it can take an hour or two for the map to automatically update. So once you've actually styled it on Mapbox and you have that ID in there, then you can drag the map to any size you want so that it fits your Muse site. And with this widget, this is really nice, you can go full width. So if we just click transform, and I'll click the 100% width button, and let me just snug it up nice and tight to the navigation bar there, like that. And let's go ahead and preview this in the browser. There. So now you can see we have a really nice custom map with a custom marker and line. And of course, in this marker, you could put anything you want. I think it does actually accept HTML as well, so you could load it up with links and pictures and that sort of thing. And if you wanted to disable the ability to zoom in and out on the map, all we need to do is go into Muse, and on the flyout panel here, just click Hide Zoom Controls. And when I do that, the map regenerates, and you can see it doesn't have zoom controls on the left side. So that's a new Mapbox widget. I think it's pretty slick, and we've used it in our Hearth template here, which is our latest template release, and we used it as a great example for how you might show a listing for a real estate agent. If you have any questions with this widget, as always, do send us a note at support@MuseThemes.com, and we're glad to help. Thanks again.